The Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence shows that in 2010 there were 606 deaths related to accidental shootings. Out of those 606 deaths, 50 are the result of a hunting accident. And there are roughly 100 accidental shootings that happen each year with the cleaning of your firearm. Many of these accidents can be prevented with the teaching of gun safety to both adults and children. Yes, you heard me right, children. It's so easy for kids to walk up to a table, pick up a gun, whether it be loaded or not, fake or real, and go out and shoot. A federal government study of unintentional shootings that found that 8% of these deaths were the result of children under the age of 6 doing so. Accidents like this can be prevented with the teaching of gun safety. According to the Field and Streams Firearm Safety Handbook, there are 10 rules that everyone should follow when it comes to safe gun handling. Step 1. Always keep the muzzle or barrel pointed in a safe direction. By keeping it pointed in a safe direction, the barrel should never come across the path of somebody in front of you or an animal that you do not intend to shoot. Step 2. Firearm should be unloaded when not actually in use. When you're done using your firearm, unload it. It's that simple. Transporting it, storing it in your bedroom, storing it in a safe, just unload it. Step 3. Don't rely on your gun safety. Gun safeties are there for a second precaution. Your first safety is your finger. Always keep it off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Step 4. Be sure of your target and what's beyond it. By making sure what's beyond your target, you will not unintentionally shoot something, either passing through your intended target or missing your target completely. Step 5. Use correct ammunition. By using correct ammunition, you will not lodge a bullet that's not supposed to be inside the barrel of the wrong size gun. Such as, I'll show you up here, this is a 410 shell, it's for my 410 gun. This is a 20 gauge shell for my 20 gauge. This is a 12 gauge shell, which I do not have up here, but the 12 gauge shell I will not put into the 20. It can get lodged in the barrel and cause damage to me or the gun. Step 6. If your gun fails to fire when you pull the trigger, or you just hear a click, do not just chamber another round and shoot behind it. I've seen too many videos of people doing this, and the bullet gets lodged inside the gun, they ram another shell right behind it and shoot, blowing the barrel, hurting their hand, or even can lead to death. Step 7. Always wear eye and ear protection. It's so simple just to put on some safety glasses to keep shrapnel from coming back and hitting you, depending on what you're shooting at for a target, and ear protection to help your ears later in life so you don't have to yell across the room to hear somebody. Step 8. Be sure the barrel is clear. Before you go out and shoot, run a snake down your barrel or look down it. If it is a break action, you can see all the way down the barrel, not looking from the barrel back into it, and you can see that it's empty and there's no obstructions in it. Step 9. Don't alter or modify the gun yourself. By altering or modifying your gun yourself, you can cause damage to the gun, or maybe even later when you're shooting, you can cause damage to yourself. People are paid to do this. They're called gunsmith. Don't go internal into your gun. Clean your gun, all the basics, but leave everything else to the professionals. Step 10. Learn the mechanical operations of handling your weapon. When you get a new gun, they all come with instructions. Don't be afraid to read them. Yeah, I know, guys, it's not a guy thing to read instructions, but when it comes to guns, learn them. It can save your life and somebody else's. According to the Book of Gun Safety for Your Children, recent polls show that 31% of unintentional firearm deaths might be prevented by the addition of 2 devices to each weapon: a child safety lock and a loading indicator. On this weapon that I have recently purchased, I have both of them. It's kind of hard to see in the video, but I'll come up here and show you. The gun, obviously, you can see is unloaded. And the child safety lock takes a special key, turn it in here onto the side of the gun, and lock it. Now you cannot pull the trigger and you cannot load another round. And up here, there's a feature that'll come up. This will pop up when there's a shell actually in the barrel, so you can know the gun is loaded. But you should always know that the gun is loaded. By following these 10 rules of gun safety, you can prevent a lot of these unintended deaths every year.